All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I should ask them to add more sugar to the coffee and tea. It looks like people are low on energy. Good morning. So first off, thank you so much, and I'm proud to start this event on time, right? Like an airline. So I mean, the airline is the wrong example these days, but I think I'm proud to start dot sharp at 11. And I want to really thank people for taking out your weekend. Sundays is unusual. Generally, we do it on Saturdays. So our next event is also on a Saturday. But this time we thought we wanted to just shift for certain logistical issues what we're facing. So we thought we are going to do it on a Sunday and see whether people still come in or not. And I think we are full house at this point. So people who are still behind, I request them to come and sit front. There's no VVIP and reservation seats. Feel free to come and sit on the front rows. So again, people online, I know there are many other chapters who are joining us remotely. I welcome you all from Bangalore chapter. So this is a hybrid event, and we call it High Velocity ITSM in Bangalore. So here's the agenda today. For people in the room, we'll probably try and pass the microphone so you can quickly introduce yourself, so the rest of the team knows you. And you can just start with the name, where you work, and whether you work on the Atlassian technology or not. Right? And it's absolutely okay if you say that I'm new to Atlassian. That's why we have this event. And we'll also go with the introduction to Atlassian Community Bangalore. It's the same old slide, which you have been watching for years. Only thing is there are numbers changing on the slide. And then we'll talk about a high velocity event, which is Jira Service Management for high velocity teams. And we'll have a group photo, and then we'll have networking and social time after that. So we intend to finish this by 1 or earlier than that. So I hope people online can hear me. I see a few of you. If you can just wave your hand, that'll be great. Can you hear me? People online? Okay, thank you. Okay, I see one hand there. Thanks, Megha. So before we get into who we are, I want to quickly introduce myself, and then I'll pass the mic. AV team, can you please have another mic handheld, please, so that we can give it to the audience? So I'm Girish. I co-lead the Atlassian Bangalore community here. And I work at Microgenesis. So I've been with Atlassian, using Atlassian Stack for over 17 plus years. So almost 360 degree around Atlassian. So that's pretty much about me. Yeah, you can start from there, and then we'll go zigzag. Then come here and we'll end here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm Swapan Gupta, and I'm working in TCS as a software developer, and we are using Jira for tracking purposes, and so that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a product manager, and I'm Hi, good morning, everyone. Good evening. I work with Mindray, and I work with Confluence and Gmail. I'm here to explore more and understand more. Srikant, and I'm working with LTI Mindtree, and I have exposure. A couple of my projects are using Jira and Confluence as well. Thank you.
I'm Amar Pusti. I work as a freelance infrastructure architect and consultant. So I've been using Jira and Confluence majorly, and I'm looking forward to explore all other tooling from Atlassian and also track market competition against Atlassian.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good morning. Myself Navneet, and I work as a DevSecOps engineer in Code Business Solution. And we are using Atlassian's tool for our ticketing and conference for documentation and other integration with Jira and ServiceNow for incident management. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Harsha. I work for Asteria Softtech, and I'm here to explore and learn. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Jayant. I'm the senior solution architect at my group. Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Vishant here. I'm working in NetApp India Private Limited as a practice architect. We use Jira, Confluence, and Bitbucket for our internal usage. Thank you.
Hello, myself Virish, and working with Ernst & Young as a senior consultant, and we are using Jira for Agile project management.
Good morning, everyone. I work for SAP Finance for cloud and data operations. So we use Jira and Confluence for ITSM.
Hello, good morning everyone. This is Umar here. I work with Capgemini and we use Jira for bug tracking and for enhancement purpose and Conference as a Wikipedia pages.
Hi, good morning to our Atlassian team members. I'm Malik Ojna from ITSM. I'm a developer and we are using Atlassian tools. Thank you. Sampath, I'm working in FIS Global. We are using for Jira for project management of Scrum model.
Hi friends, this is Kubendran. I work as a platform project manager, and my association with Jira and Confluence is around 8 years plus with Atlassian. Thank you.
I'm Shanawaz. So I work for Infosys. Basically, we use Jira Online, Jira, and Confluence.
Hello, hi, good morning. And this is Sumalata Rangegowda. In short, Suma, I work as Scrum Master for Caroline Global Solutions. I have been attending these events. I mean, I'm more like almost a regular attendee for these events. So yeah, on Sunday morning, it really feels nice to come for these knowledge sessions. So yeah, that's why I'm here to learn and explore. And I lead data analytics projects in my company. So yeah, let's see what's there in the store for us today. Thank you. Hi, good morning all. Myself Geeta. I work for TCS. Yeah, even I am also keep coming this event from almost from 1 year. Yeah, I would like to explore more since we are using more Atlassian tools, Jira and Conference.
Hi, good morning. My name is Venkatesh. I work for Toshiba as a project manager, and I'm here to understand and explore Atlassian products. Thank you very much. This is Mukesh here. I work with Dell, and I'm associated with this Atlassian tax tool for more than 14 years. And as usual, I look forward to gain more knowledge on the the upcoming features with the Atlassian stacks. Thank you.
Hello, my name Hiral, and I'm working as a technical lead in Happiest Minds Technology. And here we are using Atlassian tools like Jira, Bitbucket, Trello, and Confluence. Yeah, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Nikunj here. So I'm working as a business analyst at TechRev, and we are using Atlassian tools for product discovery and product management. Looking forward to exploring other tools as well. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. This is Ashmita. I work as a software engineer at OpenText, and even I'm a pretty regular attendee of these Bangalore community events. So really, thank you, and a big shout out to the community leaders for making it fun and informative every time. So thank you.
Hi, good morning all. Myself Tripura Rao, working as a Jira Conference Administrator for Mercedes-Benz.
Hi everyone, my name is Rahul. I work in Accenture and I'm working with Jira suite of tools for past 6-7 years. I work as a program manager and we have been working majorly in Jira Conference and started exploring Jira Align as a tool as well. So thank you everyone.
Hey, hello. I'm Yogalakshmi. I'm working in Unisys. So I'm a front-end developer, and our company is a part of, using the tool which is
which is like Jira, Bitbucket, and yeah, thank you.
So I mainly work on the AI technologies, general stuff, and we also use Jira to track our programs. So thanks.
Good morning. I am Sri Arabindram. I am associate engineer in Unisys. We use Jira, Bitbucket, everything, and NTCM to explore all the Atlassian products. Thank you. My name is Muthu, work for Mercedes-Benz. So we have a platform where having Atlassian stacks, where our R&D colleagues use this platform to create a software that goes into car. Thank you.
Hi everyone, myself Nidhi. I work at NetApp as a software developer and we use Jira and Atlassian other tools like Confluence for day-to-day tracking and documentations. And thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am Aman Jain and I am currently working in Arista Networks as a software developer. And I am new to these Atlassian events and I am here to explore more about these events and the tools that Atlassian provides.
Good morning, everyone. I'm working in Mercedes-Benz and I'm a senior Jira administrator. I have experience in Jira, Confluence, and JSM.
Good morning, all. This is Sandeep. I'm currently working as Jira and Confluence admin from Mercedes-Benz.
This is Satish. I am working for MBRDA. We are giving Atlassian stack for our end users. So we are mainly using Jira, Confluence, JSM, and Bitbucket.
Hello, myself Anju. I'm having 12 plus years of experience and I'm working with Atlassian tools for more than, it's almost 11 years now. Currently, I'm working as an Atlassian architect in TCS and I'm part of this community for almost 7 years now.
Hi, I'm Drew. I'm in Marvel Semiconductor and we are using some products such as Jira and Confluence and currently more exploring in Atlassian Data Lakes. Thanks.
This is Wasim Akram. I'm working with the Deloitte level 3 and this is my first experience to explore new things and with new people. Thank you. Good morning. So today I'm working in Cognizant on Google Cloud. I'm Srinivas. I'm using the Atlassian stack from the last 16 years.
Hello everyone. This is Utkarsh Saxena, and I am working as a full stack engineer in Cognizant, and we are using the Jira tools to track our progress. Yeah.
This is Rishit Puri. I'm working as a Java developer at Cognizant Technology Solutions.
Hi everyone, this is Pratik. I work as a data engineer with Cognizant, and every time when we open like manager used to give a Jira ticket, so it's better to explore by doing a Udemy course. It's better to get a live session.
Hi everyone, myself Gaurav. I work as scientific games and we're using Jira and Confluence in daily basis. Mr. Venkateswaran, I'm working in area economies from last 10 years. So we are using Atlassian tools like Jira and Confluence with Bucket.
Hi everyone, good morning. This is Sivaji, working for INV Technologies last 2 years as a Jira consultant. Hi, I'm Rohan Kumar and I'm working in MCET Private Limited and working Atlassian tool like Jira for analytics purpose. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Santosh. I am working for Sonos Networks since 5 years. I am working as ALM manager there and I am managing all the Atlassian tools there. In our company, there are many teams such as R&D, testing, engineering, and sales teams who are using Atlassian products. We are looking to expand the portfolio to HR and global service teams.
Hi all, have a happy morning. I'm Priyanka. I'm working at Microgenesis.
Hi, good morning all. I'm Surabh Jain. I'm working as a technical officer in Defense R&D. I'd like came here for explore the new services provided by Jira software. Hi everyone, good morning. This is Ajit. I work for a company called GD. I'm a senior architect over there. Jira and Confluence we are using regularly. Thank you. Hi, good morning. This is Pradeep Rao. I work for Control. I'm part of this community since last year. So we create solutions for customer to solutions for customer. Thank you.
Hello, this is Monica. I'm also with regular to these events as others, and I work for TCS as an IT analyst, and I use Confluence, and I'm part of the other developer groups in Bangalore. So feel free to come to our events as well. Thank you.
Hi, Purna here, working as a data analyst using ClickSense and W in TCS. I use like Confluence and Jira very frequently, and I just wanted to explore more about the service management and automation and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'm Chandrasekhar Reddy from Cognizant. I've been working as a full stack developer. I'm new to this community and I'm into new technologies as well. So that's about it.
Hi everybody, myself Shaurya, and currently I'm working as a full stack developer in Cognizant. This is the first time for me here, so yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Dilip. I'm working at Henry as a Atlassian consultant, and I have total 5+ years of experience in Atlassian stack. Thank you.
Good morning, guys. My name is Adarsh, and I work at Microgenesis in the Atlassian team. Yeah, thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Adarsh, working as a software engineer at Microgenesis. Thanks.
Hey everyone, this is Paul, working as a senior software engineer for Moody's, and we do like handle all the Atlassian and other DevOps tools. That's about it. Thank you.
This is Pawan, working as a Jira admin at Microgenesis. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Kieran. I'm working at Microgenesis as a software engineer. Thank you.
Myself, working in Microgenesis as a software engineer, and I've been working on Atlassian tools from last 2 years and exploring more. Thank you.
So Dhanush, also from Microgenesis and part of the Atlassian team at Microgenesis. Thank you.
Nitesh, I work with Mercedes-Benz and I'm an Atlassian admin from past 7 years. Yeah, thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning. This is Srinivas. I'm working from Microgenesis and we are supporting Atlassian tools. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Anusha from Microgenesis. So I'm part of the Atlassian team. Thank you. Hello everyone, Shilpa here, working as a Jira admin at Microgenesis TechSoft. Thank you. Hi all, it's me Ruchika. I work in Microgenesis. Yeah, thank you. Hi everyone, this is Neha. I work at Microgenesis as Jira admin. Thank you.
Hey, this is Mukti here. I work with Microgenesis from last 3 years. Thank you.
Very good morning to all of you. My name is Shagni Khalder. I am working as a full stack developer in Cognizant for 1 year, 2 months.
Okay, we have Vishnu as well. Right there, he's also co-lead for Bangalore community. Yeah, you can come here, climb the stage.
Hi, good morning all. So as Girish says, my name is Vishnu. I also co-lead Atlassian Bangalore community for past 6-7 years. I work with an MNC, a big four called KPMG. I lead their technology operations for global address to business. With that Atlassian ecosystem since maybe 2008 and yeah, it's been quite a few years.
Thank you. So who are we? We are the largest Atlassian community in the Asia Pacific region. So any guesses? What's our count as of today? 3,300 plus. You're close by. You're a little away. Okay. So it's 2292. This is as of yesterday night, I think 11 o'clock. That's when I printed the RSVP list. So it's 2292. But I think only person who will be regular to this Atlassian community event, Bangalore, can guess this number right. Yeah. Because every event we are going to show this, how we are, commencing our growth, and for them it's very easy guess. And then here are the three musketeers of Atlassian Bangalore community. So he is Vishnu, and then there is another co-lead, Sandeshi Nagaraj, so he is not here due to some emergency, and I'm Girish. So this is our SOS WhatsApp group. Please, I again request, I have seen a lot of abuse happening in this group, where people will ask, how do I create a custom field? How do I write a JQL? I think, you should recommend ChatGPT than using this Atlassian group. The only reason being, that's only there for an SOS purpose. Especially on the cloud, I don't think you have these SOS, situations. But on a data center, if you try to reboot, servers not coming up, or you don't see the top settings menu and those things, that is when Atlassian support is always your first priority. But beyond that, sometimes on a weekend, you may not have access to the Atlassian support, and that is when, you can always put a message there and we'll help you. And there are certain comments we deliberately keep quiet. You don't respond because that's not worth responding. Like, how do I create a workflow and JQLs and those things. So if anybody would like to join the Atlassian community, please write it to Bangalore_India at atlassiancommunity.com. And don't forget to mention your name, your company name, your phone number. Email, we are smart. We'll take it from where you send. But these three things you have to mention, otherwise we will not add you to the group. The only reason I want to avoid spamming, in the group. And with this, there are quick announcements. I'll also do this announcement later. On 16th, we have an amazing event happening. We call it Community-Led Conference. You have not seen such an event before, and probably you will see that more and more in the coming events. So we are experimenting in terms of stress release and in terms of building the team. All of this we are experimenting as part of the Atlassian community. So this event is happening on 16th. On 16th of March, that's on Saturday, and it's happening somewhere here at Marriott. I think Courtyard by Marriott. So please do register, and there are limited seats again. It's a large venue, there are limited seats. And then again, in the April, we have Team 24 coming up, that's in Vegas. And post Team, May, we will have another event, which will be in Bangalore. So people who are not able to travel to Vegas, we'll try and recreate the Vegas here in Bangalore, and we're trying to set the venue yet. We want that elaborate venue, right, where we can set up these multiple track sessions and all that. And we also need good speakers too, right? If anybody is willing to speak on those events, please reach out to either Vishnu or me. We'll be happy to give you a slot, 15-minute power talk series, right? Whether it's an agile, IT service management, DevOps, integrations with change management and Bitbucket. But it has to be Atlassian centric. Okay. So the event that's happening on 16th, it's a very musical event. So I can't give you more information than this, but you're going to really love it. So if you're in Bangalore, you should must visit. It's an amazing event. I've never seen such a musical journey where you introduce yourself and you get those musical instruments in your hands, right? And you can be part of that musical therapy, and it's lovely. And with this, I want to now invite speakers from today, Murthy AM, who is Manager Technical Services at Microgenesis, and Dhanush, followed by Dhanush, who's into technical pre-sales. And this event talks about high velocity Jira service management. We're also going to talk about AI features of Jira service management, how you can leverage the artificial intelligence, or what we call also as Atlassian intelligence. And we can also see how you can build these high velocity processes and teams. Okay, and please welcome Murthy from Microgenesis. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome everyone. It's great to see so many of you, especially on Sunday. A good turnout. I didn't expect this. It's good. So today we'll be talking about more on the service management side, and service management as well for the high velocity teams. So we'll be using this phrases, the high velocity unleashed and high velocity a lot. You get to know why and how that will help you, especially teams, especially, right? So we'll see that in detail. Just a quick introduction about me. My name is Murthy. I'm working in Microgenesis for the last 3 years. Overall, I come with 13+ years of experience. And in Atlassian, I started somewhere around 0 version 5.x. So that's when I started with Atlassian. I take care of pre-sales and delivery on the Atlassian side of things, and I also have a great team, a high velocity team, I should say, with me to support me. That's a quick introduction about me. Before we start, I know it's a Sunday early morning. I just want to quick icebreaker kind of a quiz. Maybe I'll see how much you guys are familiar with Atlassian products, right? Your movies, just try to refresh your mind and give the answers. So I'll play the logos of Atlassian products because we have so many products today, and I heard during your introductions that most of you use the Atlassian products, which is good to see. Let's see if you can guess the names. Just raise your hands. Then if you shout the name, you may not hand over the goodie. Only if you raise your hand and answer it, he'll hand over the goodies for you. Okay, so let's see. I'll try to play a few logos. So this is the first logo. I don't know who was raised first. Maybe somewhere in there. Yeah. Yeah. Jira Core. Who's next? Jira Align. Or what? Confluence? This is the first logo I'm blaming. Yeah. Jira Software. I thought this would be the easy one. Not sure how it will be the next ones. Okay, let's see the next one. So many. You should only raise hand, do not say the answer. Okay, Arun, you'll get one. It's a conference, that's right. Let's see the next one. There's only one test. Sorry? Yeah, we're almost there. We have to tell the exact name for that. That's a Jira product discovery. Not sure how many of you have used it. There's an amazing product. You can also use it for free. We have a Jira software. It will help you with idea management. For your product ideas, it's a really good tool. Explore this. Let's go for the next one. Is that right? I just asked whether it's right or mean that it's right. That's one for Mulu. Oh, you already read. Okay, you'll not get one more. Okay, let's see the next one. Yeah. You believe in this one. That's a status quiz, is that right? Let's see the next set. Maybe a little harder. Atlas, okay, that's right. So we'll get one. If someone has already got a goodie, then we'll give a chance to someone else, okay? Yes, it's Atlas. How about this? One here.
Sorry? Bitbucket, okay. We'll get that. See, if you say the answers, even the one who doesn't know, if they're raising a hand, it will help me. That's Bitbucket. Okay, how about this? Let's see. Crowd. That's the right answer. This is the for the on-prem applications, for the authentications, you can use Crowd. How about this one? It is Atlassians for sure. Yadesh? Compass. Yeah, that's the right answer. It's Compass. How about this? Sorry? No, that's not an answer. Sorry? Alarm is not an answer, sir. I think we should give a better goodie whoever answer this. Jira work management. Yeah, that's right. Okay, last set. What is this logo? I'm sorry? Atlassian product? Is it Atlassian product? No. We have the Atlassian. Yeah, one, two. Hello. Others, you are done. One, yeah. Yeah. No, it's not Mango. No. Yeah. Anybody knows this logo? Fish eye? No. No. That is my topic. Jira Align. What is this one? I think one in the last. This is bamboo. It represents the bamboo. Someone has bent the bamboo stick. That's the logo. It is bamboo. Last few. Someone said answer, but okay, last two. This is Trello. Okay, what is this one? Yeah. Someone said conference. These are even today. ITSM. Yeah, that is correct. The one in the middle. Last one. I don't want anybody to shout the name. You just raise your hand. Let's see. It will be interesting to see if the one who doesn't raise their hand, it will be interesting. Let me see. Who's not raising the hand? Okay, I'll ask those who have not raised the hand. What's this logo, sir? Flashing, right. Good. Again, thanks for the quick interaction. We have a couple more products not included here, like as you guys said, Fisheye, Crucible, Atlassian Access. I think that also get Atlassian loading. Right. Anyways, so this will be our agenda today. I'll be talking about quick glimpses about microgenesis, and then we'll give a quick overview of Jira Service Management. Then we'll look into a couple of modules in detail: the incident management, change management, and how it can benefit the various teams. And we'll also see the importance of dev and ops collaboration. Right, that is a very important topic. We'll look into that. Then followed by a couple of features. One is automation, and then the Atlassian intelligence. Right, and followed by that, we'll also have a feature demo. I also have Danushya from my team who will be taking us through the live demo. So that will be interesting. You'll get to see a lot of things to explore live. And then we'll also have a Q&A after that. Okay. So quick details about us. So we are Microgenesis. We are platinum solution partners for Atlassian, and we are also for more than 2 decades. We have 150 plus clientels, and we serve various industries, 12 plus industries, and we have other strategic partnerships also, not just Atlassian, and spread across. So we are accredited, as you see. We are ISO certified, CMM, and Dev certified. Right? Apart from Atlassian, these are the technology partnerships. We are into IBM, Space, Microsoft, PTC Code, Bulma, GitLab, Kofax, and with Atlassian, yes, we are Platinum Solution Partner, and we are also cloud specialized partner as well with Atlassian. Global presence, we are headquartered in India, in Bangalore, and we also have an office in Bangalore as well. And we have our client serving offices in India, Germany, Sweden, USA, UAE. And we have a couple of development centers in Germany as well as in India, and our partners are spread across the globe. And these are some of the industries that we serve, starting from aerospace to automotive, the pharma, the financial service sector, fintech, right? All those industries that we are already serving. We are also into marketplace. We also have our apps development. It's already available in the marketplace, which is one of our popular app. Please do explore. And we also have space calendar, field mirror for Jira. Maybe if I have to give just one minute for each of those. Field extractor for Jira, as the name says, it will help you to extract the content from the description or a summary and populate into your custom fields, right? So it will be a real value, especially when someone's sending an email, if you want the fields to be populated, or even from monitoring tools if you want to capture the data and populate into a custom fields for the reporting. And you can do a lot more things. It's an admin-friendly app. Please do explore. And we also have Space Calendar. This is again, there was a problem area where someone migrating from on-prem to cloud, where you had a team calendars in the on-prem. But in cloud, you only get it with the premium plan. You won't get it with the standard plan, right? So we developed one for such users, those who are moving into cloud standard of Confluence and still who doesn't want to lose out this feature, right? Because only for this purpose, people are not okay to go for premium, so this will help you. In the field mirror for Jira, this will help you to populate the custom field values on a create screen and edit screen based on another ratio. So right now we have it for the on-prem in the data center. We also have the plans for the cloud as well. So do explore this app. You can always reach out to me, reach out to us if you want to, if you need an extended trial, we can definitely help you out. So then we come back to the topic, which is Jira Service Management, which we need to So we'll be talking about Jira Service Management today. As I mentioned, it will help you to unlock the high velocity teams. So why velocity? Again, in today's world, it's a fast-paced world. Everybody has a high expectation. Expectations are skyrocketing. Right? We need everything to get delivered fast, not just our Amazon or groceries as well. Right? Even with us, we have too much of expectations. We want everything to get delivered in minutes. Right? Same expectation will be carried, and it is there in your corporate as well in your IT, where your customers, your internal and external, they expect the services to be delivered quickly. And to deliver it quickly, you obviously need to have a velocity. And we have to have a velocity, not just in terms of individuals, even in terms of the teams. And we have to keep the teams connected as well. Otherwise, the things get stuck. One team might do the fantastic work, and the other team might drop it, right? So it's important to have that. Yeah. So then, come with Atlassian space. Atlassian already has the necessary products for almost all the necessary requirements. Atlassian started off with Agile space for the planning and tracking, the Jira software, and they did a great job and is doing a great job right now. And they also extended it into the coding and the deploying as well as for the purpose where the DevOps tools, the Bitbucket came into picture, then the status page to publish. And Atlassian also then later extended into a service management space, like the Jira service management mainly for the post incident or change the problem configuration, or even the service request intake. So it's like one platform which can cater you, and it is important to be in one platform also, so that you can deliver values faster and you can collaborate between the teams. Otherwise, when teams are in multiple different tools, you may end up losing the context, right? The original context what it was meant for, right? So it can keep both infra and operations teams together. So that's how the Atlassian platform, any platform that will be helpful for you. But Jira Service Management, it's already it's been leader in the last few years in the Gartner as well as the Foster Wave. So it was in the Q4 2023 Foster Wave Enterprise Service Management segment. And today JSM is already used by more than 50,000 companies around the world. And that is growing, right? And it will help you to unlock various different teams, not just an IT team, right? As I mentioned, JSM or any service management, it's not just meant for an IT team. it should supposed to give value to the other teams as well. If you take Jira Service Management, be it facilities, HR, or sales, or even your housekeeping, if you want to manage to track it, Jira Service Management, you can name the team, we can set up the JSM for all the purposes, right? And it will also help you to keep your knowledge base connected so that users can self-serve. You don't need to even come into the portal and create a record, right? You can also self-serve. So that's how the JSM will add more value. And this is one of the quick glimpses of the portal, how it look, and you can also customize that. You can see you have a this is basically a project for various different teams. That's how, and it's very easy to set up also. To set up a project in Jira Service Management, you need not be having too much of experience. There are ready-made templates available. You can just create it. HR, finance, facilities, sales, you get all various different kind of templates. And for someone to begin with, again, incident is one of the module. JSM has incident management. It can give you the service request management with approvals, change management, problem management, knowledge management when connected with Confluence, then the asset management mainly for your CMDB, or even for your contracts tracking or assets tracking, it can also give you. For someone who wants to start off with, it has an ITL compliant ready-made workflow. Simple as submitted request, it goes back to the support queue. If you want more details, you can put it back to the customer queue. You can escalate it both the sides, from the agent side also and the customer side also. And depending on the result, close and cancels, you'll get this basic workflow. On top of that, you can further tweak it, right, as per your requirements. And JSM is very flexible like Jira. And some of you are already using Jira. The backend skeleton will be more of the same, but you'll get a lot more additional functionalities use the JSM. Apart from that, specifically in JSM, you'll get a couple more features. If you take an incident management point of view, you have something called as a major incident that you can turn on, especially when critical outages or critical services are down. You can turn on the major incident. So it will also have high importance, and it will also give a dedicated queue for you, the JQL powered queue, where it'll bring in more visibility so that your agents or responders can focus on that and try to resolve that incident faster, right? Also publish this to a status page in the public facing internal status pages. So we'll be able to do that. Major incident will really be helpful, especially if you want multiple people to swarm in and solve the incidents, you can leverage this feature. And apart from that, it also has a lot more other capabilities. JSM, especially on the SaaS and the cloud, it has the Opsgenie features already integrated. It is baked into it. You don't really need another Opsgenie for that. Particularly if you have a premium of JSM, you'll get all the features of Opsgenie. There's an Opsgenie, you can have your on-call schedule created in JSM, right? And you can define a teams based on the services, and you can maintain the services in assets, define teams. So you'll have a complete 360-degree of what's happening, right? And the alerts can come in, especially from your monitoring tools. You can configure it, and only based on the priority or your category, you can make them created as an incident in your JSM, right? To reduce the noise. Otherwise, your JSM will be flooded with incidents and all the alerts, right? You can also do that. And we also give you an option to create a Slack channel or a Teams channel right from the particular incident, so that you can communicate, your responders can communicate, your stakeholders can communicate, and also agents can communicate, especially when there is an event of a major incident. You can also start a conference bridge right from the JSM itself. The Atlassian powered conference bridge is available. You can bring in the responders so they can swarm and try to resolve the incident much quicker. Right? So these are the kind of functions you will get it. You can also integrate it with your Confluence, your knowledge base. So some of the articles or templates that you can build upfront when there is an event of a major incident. So team can also leverage it and they can do the analysis and try to resolve that quicker. And this is a quick snap of the on-call schedules that you can define it. You can also put escalation policies here. Let's say when there's an event, it can automatically send a push notification or SMS or a voicemail, put it into a Slack, they notify you. So, and if and doesn't notify, you can also define escalation policies. It can, after 15 minutes, it can send to a next manager or whoever is in the level 2, right? And you can acknowledge also, right? You don't need to be in the system. Even from the mobile app, you can acknowledge it, or even from the Slack teams or the communication channels. So next, the change management, which is very critical. One process, it's a heavyweight process, I should say, in IT, right? Things get stuck, it doesn't go through follow bureaucratic processes as well. So this is one process which is always slow. It's a heavyweight process when it comes to the service management, any service management. So JSM will provide you with a lot more flexible features, let's say automations, the automated risk analysis, right? Risk calculations that you can do it. And you can also create a change request automatically from your DevOps tools. Let's say your CI/CD tools, you can integrate it, you can create it. Let's say you have something to deploy, you'll commit the changes, and if you want to capture an approval, you can automatically create a change request. It can queue for an approval of a particular service owner. And once it is approved, automatically it can deploy your services. So you can also achieve that. Of the JSON. I will show that in the demo. We also have a quick glimpses of that in the demo, and then we will showcase on how we can create a change request automatically, and how once it is approved, how it can automatically deploy. There's something called as a gating mechanism that you can configure in the JSON project. Right. And yeah, again, when it comes to change, you can bifurcate into either a standard change or a normal change or emergency change in JSM. And it's very flexible, unlike some of the other service management tools that I've seen. It's very simple. You can put all of those into one single workflow, make use of the automations with a standard change, consider it as a pre-approved and take it directly to the implementation. If it's an emergency, on an optional basis, you can take it through a CAB approval. And if it's a normal change, just go through a usual process, right? From initiation, then going through a technical approval or a CAB approval, and then implementation, right? You can take it through all different flows. But as a best practice, it is recommended in today's world, all the low risk changes, you should start converting them or taking it as a standard changes. It need not be a normal change, especially the repetitive tasks that you'll be doing it. You should start calling it as a standard change, put it into a pre-approved path, and take it. It will also help you to cut down on your change backlog, right? And focus only on the high risk change to take it to the normal approval or as a normal change. As I mentioned, there are automations which can back you up when it comes to the change management. And though Atlassian has put recent automation limits, it may not impact when it comes to change management, because this would be system automations which will not come under the automation execution count. Let's say risk calculations or approval capturing to impacted services and all of those things. You can even build your CMDB assets and make use of the same services in change, incident, problem, right? You can use it in all those places. Immediately you'll get a couple of tests calculated already available, but if you need a customized option, you can input that, then you can also modify automations. So you'll be able to do that as well. So then with incident and change, it's very important in the IT to keep the teams connected, as I meant, the high velocity teams, right? Especially both dev and ops teams. Most of the cases, what I've seen is the teams does a great work in their respective areas, but they're not connected with each other, right? Dev will focus on delivering faster. They want the services to be delivered faster. Where IT, the operations will focus on the ability to see that whether it has all the necessary things before it's been taken forward, right? So it's important to keep both the teams connected, and it'll really help if you keep both the teams connected. You can eliminate a lot of silos. When both teams are connected, they can work a little faster in terms of any incident, any help that is required. Right? Especially for the operations team, they may need a bit of help. So at that time, it will be helpful for you. And with this change, you can also automate a lot of things, and it can also help you to fast track and take it forward.
So this is the integration that I was talking about, especially when you have your CI/CD tools connected. You can connect it with your JSM. You'll have to put a small YAML script and configure the project to which the change has to be created. And once you deploy, it can automatically create a change request, and you'll get to see the change right from the Bitbucket. This is a Bitbucket example. It could be from the other CI/CD tools also. GitLab, GitHub, other CI/CD tools. So you create the change request, it will do the commit, but it will not deploy. It will be paused, and it will create a change request in JSON. And based on whatever the service it belongs to, it can also again pick an approvers, and it can queue for an approval. So once approvers approves, whether you want to automatically implement the moment it is approved, or whether you want to let them approve and then you want to implement it on a given calendar, then you can also do that. So there is a gating mechanism that you get it in Jira Service Management project where you can turn on, and it's an option. You want to turn it on for the staging or for the dev or even for the production. It's up to you. Let's say in case if you don't want an approval to be captured for the staging, you can skip that and you can capture an approval for the production. So this way it will help your development teams avoid them manually creating the changes, then following up on all those things. But they can focus on their works, while IT can, operations especially, to get to see all the complete audit trail, right? So both the teams will be included, and everybody will be in one single place, right? So that will be helpful in Jira Service Management. Apart from that, from the Jira software and JSM point of view, for someone who's already using Jira software, and if you're having your service management in JSM, it is important to keep the dev teams who's using the Jira software for the planning and tracking, and also the service management teams, the agents who's using for the support side of things. It's important to keep both of them connected, but to keep both of them connected, I know you'll have challenges with the licenses, the Jira software users. It's unnecessary to have an agent license, and at the same time, agent to have a Jira software license. So that there is a configuration or a small option that is still available where dev can participate with agents. And the number one thing, you should have both Jira software and JSM in the same site. That's the most important one. The second thing, you need to understand the existing user types and roles. I'll show you that. And then the last one is how you can enable the Jira software users to use JSM without an agent license, without a JSM license, right? So this is the user types and roles that typically today is available on both the products. If you start off with JSM, if I come from on the right side, there is a customer who comes to the portal or send an email or widget or any means, they'll create a ticket. Obviously, they are unlicensed users today. They'll not consume the license. And then the request participant, basically the CC, right, where you can share the ticket with the other participant who can contribute, add comment, and then they'll come to portal. They don't consume any license, so they're unlicensed users. Then comes the JSM, where typically you'll have project administrators who can set up the project, configure queues or request types, whatever it means. So they are the licensed users, project administrators, and then the agent, the lifeblood of the service management, right? Obviously, they consume the license. So they are the ones who work on the request, address the customers and all those things. So the important one is the Jira software side. So you need to have a license on Jira software, obviously, to work and track on that. But apart from this, something there's a collaborator role where I've seen most of them are not familiar with that. For Jira software license users, you can add them into a Jira service management project without giving a product access, and they'll still get to see the tickets, right? And they can also contribute to it. So all that you have to do is you go to a JSM project, you pick a Jira software user, you just add them to a service desk team role, and that's it. You don't need to give them the product access and need not have to add it to any other places. So what this will do is it will enable them as a collaborator. The Jira software, basically, I'll use it as a developer. Let's say when there is a request which is coming in, if the agent needs some help from the developer, agent can tag the developer. Developer can view this ticket, whichever is come to the JSM, and he can add an internal note, and you can see all the communications that customer has sent in, the agent has responded back, all the field values, the status, and all these things he'll get to see. He'll not be able to transition it. He'll be not be able to respond to a customer because that's something the role of an agent. But developer can contribute to an agent. It can liaise to the agent, but the agent will liaise between the customer and the developer, right? So that'll really be helpful. So you can definitely leverage this to keep your Jira software and JSM teams connected. And beyond that, Atlassian has recently brought in this developer escalation feature. It was in beta and they've started slowly rolling it out. You can turn it on at a project level. And each Jira service management project, you can go to features and you can turn on the developer escalation. It'll ask you to either create a new request type or map it to one of the existing request type. So what this will do is it'll give you the dedicated space for the developer to see the JSM tickets. Basically, it will also have a separate queue for them. And let's say a ticket comes into the JSM, and the agent can click on escalate to dev. That will come and sit in the separate queue. It will create a separate ticket for developer, and you can also assign the ticket to them, and they can add an internal note and they can respond back to the developer. And both the original ticket and the ticket created for the dev team will be linked together. And with the use of automations, you can also have a sync between the status if you read all the comments, and that is also possible. One of the good feature. This will help the developer to only focus on that queue which is escalated to dev instead of looking into all the tickets. The previous one which I showed earlier, where you add a Jira software user as a service desk team role, they can go to the project, they can see all the incidents, right, one by one. But when you use the escalate to dev, it will give you the dedicated space there for the developers. They can focus only on those, right? It will really be helpful. So you can definitely explore this. And then coming to the other options that is available, the features in JSON, apart from incident change, as I mentioned, there is a problem management, there is an asset management which you can set it up, and you can integrate with knowledge. And on top of all of this, there's an automations which you can tap into, and it can help you to focus on the important things, and you can let the automation do the rest of the works, right? The automated, repeated works, you can make use of the automation, and it's very easy. You don't need any coding expertise. It's a no code and low code platform. You can just create it within a minute. There are templates available readily that you can use it, right? And it will also help you to enhance the productivity as it's mentioned, right? And again, to build an automation tool, it doesn't take much time, maybe within a few minutes. All you need to know for automation to create is to this logic. It works on when, if, and then. When is a trigger point? Basically, when the automation should start run. If it's a condition, again, that's an optional, it's not mandatory. So you can say that when a ticket comes in, if it matches a certain condition, then do this action, right? That's how simple it is. It's a very simple example. Let's say if you have a delegates create a ticket, if so when ticket is created, if a reporter is a VIP, assign it to a specific agent. You can even do that, right? Not just within Jira, you can also make use of automations to connect your other tools as well, your favorite tools, be it Slack, Zoom, and even Azure as well. There are ready-made templates already available. And beyond this, you can also make use of automation, and you can even send the payload out from Jira to outside tools. Yeah. And then there is a playground which is available, and it's very easier for you to play around with automations. If you just go in and just Google automation playground, you'll get a good space where you'll see hundreds of already built-in automations where you can fetch it, and you can also explore it and then configure it in your instance, right? So leverages, there are more than 15 plus different categories. Let's say DevOps category, the change category, or the incident management. All the automations are grouped there already. You can go by the categories as well and then explore it. And you can also make the changes there that won't have any impact. So that's a dedicated playground that you'll get to explore it. You don't even need to have a Jira instance to explore automations, right? So you can just hit automation playground and you'll get to see it. It's a safe sandbox environment, as they say. And coming to use cases, again, it's it's endless. You can have automations created for various purposes. Let's say you have a subtasks. As soon as all the subtasks are closed, if you want your parent to be auto closed, you can make use of automation. Let's say stories in the pick, and let's say you leave a comment to a customer and you put a ticket into a waiting for customer queue. If a customer adds a comment, automation can automatically transition to your support queue, right? Make sure you adhere to the customer's SLA, right? If the customer has added a comment, we should not wait for an agent to manually go and transition that. So that could be one option. You can close the duplicate tickets, make use of automation. When SLA is breached, you can send a notification to a Slack or Teams or any of the channels. And even for agents, you can make use of the automations. Let's say in the traditional old methods, agents used to resolve the issue. They used to send the fallout, let's say 3-strike rule, 5-strike rule. They used to do all these things. So instead of that, in your workflow, you can have another status called resolved and then closed. So agent can put it back to resolved, and you can say that this issue is resolved. You can run an SLA in the backend, which can run for, let's say, 3 days or 5 days. And when the SLA breach, automation can take that breach as a trigger point and it can transition to resolve to close. That can do it. In this timeline, if a customer adds a comment, you can have another automation which can automatically reopen from resolve and put it back to the agent queue. So agent need not have to worry about the backlog for those where he has already resolved it, right? So customer will always have a chance to come back and comment it there. And once it is closed, again, we'll have to ask customers to create a new ticket if there is a problem, right? Instead of reopening the same old tickets once again. So that's about automations features. And coming to my last topic, and this is one logo that I did not showcase in the beginning. Does anybody know the product which this logo belongs to? The one in the middle. I know that all of this, I kept it in the quiz. Anybody? Girisha. Okay, I know he is familiar. Yeah, it's an AI, it's an Atlassian Intelligence logo. So it looks a little strange, but that is a logo of Atlassian Intelligence. Right. So AI is, I hope you've been hearing about this and being in beta for quite some time. And it is there already in JSON, Jira software, Bitbucket, Confluence, even Atlassian Analytics also AI is there. So today I'll talk about AI a little bit and also show you a couple of glimpses of what AI capabilities available within Jira and Jira software and JSON. So we'll get to see that. Atlassian AI, Atlassian Intelligence, it'll definitely help you to unlock a lot of teams' capabilities and they can focus on the work which they're supposed to do. Do a lot of things which is impossible. You can make it, you can make use of AI, you can do the things. It is secured. That is one important thing that you keep in mind. Atlassian Intelligence uses a generative AI to send it to open API to do all the features what I'm about to showcase. And it is safe and it is secured. Let's say if you have put certain restrictions, which is supposed to be confidential, AI also will treat that as a confidential. It will not even look into that, right? Let's say the restrictions or the permissions that you have put, and all the data that is sent across, Atlassian never uses that for training any of the OpenAI tools. So it doesn't do that, and your data is private and will not be stored as well. And it will be encrypted when it is sent over and when it's getting back to you. So it's secure, definitely transparent, and it is scalable. It has been getting mature day by day. So coming to the features, again, to begin with, it can do a lot of things. It can generate a content for you, right? Right within your text field is a description of a comment. You can ask AI, let's say put on a table. Let's say this is one example where you're asking AI to put a table of all the iOS releases and along with the compatibility metrics. You're also saying put an emoji there, right? Which is supported and not supported. AI can do it in very few minutes. And it can suggest a request types. Let's say if you have a if you have a JSON project, if you want to create a request types, you can ask AI, right? This project is meant for HR and I manage the screening, onboarding and all those things. Suggest me the request type, right? AI can suggest your request type. Within a click of a button, it will create the request types. And summarizing the content, right? Let's say you have a ticket with description and hundreds of comments. If you don't have time to go through all of those, you can ask AI to just summarize it. AI can summarize within a fraction of seconds. It will give you a quick summary of what's happening in the ticket. This will be really helpful for you to leverage it. And this is there in both Jira and as well as JSON. You can leverage that. It's also there into the the JQL. Right now it's already there for Jira software projects in the project level. If you go to the JQL, you just put your natural language there. Let's say, list me all the defects that is assigned to me, or list all the defects that is assigned to a particular version between this date and that date. AI can write a JQL query and it can give you results, right? So for those who find difficulties with the JQL, AI can help you there, right? And then it can also help agents in terms of the responses. Let's say if you're worried about how your agents will respond, your agents can put in a content and they can ask AI to change the tone, right? To be it emphatic or professional if you want to. I think there are a couple of options to call casual, professional, right? So AI can do that for you. There's no sarcastic option, by the way. There are other options. If you might need that, it's in the tone, but other options are available here. And on the stats point of view, more than 20,000 companies have already explored AI in the beta, and they're already using the functionalities in their Atlassian cloud tools. And AI is only for the SaaS, you have to keep in mind. I don't think Atlassian has any intentions to bring it to the on-prem products. Right, and beyond this, there are more than 50 plus AI apps that I saw already available in marketplace, which are AI powered apps. You can also leverage that for your use cases. It will be helpful for you. And then the virtual agent, again, the AI powered virtual agent, the conversational ticketing that you call. You can integrate your JSM, your project, your Slack, or a team, right? At any point in time, you can integrate to only one tool, a given project. You can set up a virtual agent. You can create intent, and then you can train the virtual agent. When I say intent, let's say when someone needs an access for Jira, let's take it as an example, right? You can create that as an intent, and you can train your virtual agent, create the training phrases, and the virtual agent can take care of that. When someone comes, they don't have to leave their favorite tools, let's say be it a collaboration tool, Slack or Teams. They can take help right from there. No need to come even to the portal, right? So AI will try to answer as much as possible based on the intents and the trainings that we have been given in the backend. And beyond that, it can create a ticket in JSON, right? Where actual agent can take care of that. So that's how typically it will work. And you can create as many intents as you need, and you can keep on improvising the training phrases. Let's say today customer might ask in a different phrase. You can take it up as a training phrase and put it into the AI. We'll see this in the demo. We'll also cover about this virtual agent, the conversational ticketing. We have one of the use cases which will see that. This will basically help you to resolve any problems quicker, so that your real agents need to spend the time on that. That's how typically it will be helpful. And, for someone who's using the enterprise versions and who's using the Atlassian Analytics, AI is there as well. You don't need to worry about building the complex SQL queries. You can just ask AI what exactly you need. It can generate the SQL queries, right? That can then transform your data into all the beautiful analytical reports that is available in Atlassian Analytics. You can also make use of that. Earlier it was in JQL, but it's also there here to generate the SQL queries also. So you can leverage that. You will have to enable this AI. You will not see it by default. At the org level, org admin has to enable the AI to the specific products, right? To meet the GSM, Jira, Confluence. For Atlassian Analytics, it will be enabled by default, but for the rest of the products, you need to go there and you have to enable this particular AI. So that's how it will work. Yeah, that's pretty much. And if any questions, you can always reach out to us. At Microservices, we have the necessary experience, expertise. We have dedicated and skilled resources available, the certified resources. We have flexible engagement model that we can also help you out, and a lot of customer success stories. Yeah, I think any questions, I think we can take up now. Then I'll also open up for the demo. We'll also going to have a live demo to explore the JSON and its features. Yeah.
We need mic.
Any questions? A couple of features that I covered will be part of a standard JSON for sure. all the modules, incident, change, service request, they're all part of all the JSM plans. Only specific functionalities such as assets, it comes with the premium plan. Otherwise, most of the features that I explained, it's part of all the JSMs. Oh, you will do it here only. The cab approval need not happen outside. Again, another important thing to note is the approvers need not have a JSM license when it comes to JSM. They can be unlicensed users. You can set up a services or it's a category, and it can have a group who could be a cab approvers, and it can automatically pick an approvers and it can send an approval to them. And they can come to a portal and they can just approve or decline. They'll be able to do that. The approvers are unlicensed users. That is another role. That was not in the screenshot. No, all features what I showcased except the assets is part of the standard plan. Again, in cloud, as you know, there is a free standard and a premium plan. All the features that I showcased is part of the standard plan. JSM has two different interfaces. One is a portal interface that is for the customers, and one is interface for the agent. So they are the licensed users. So they'll get to see the backend side of things, the queues, the SLAs, and all those things. Customer will come to a portal, he'll submit a request, and he'll see all the requests that he submitted. Approvals, he'll see it right from there, right? So that's how typically it will be available. Yeah.
Hello.
I think we can take the question there.
Yeah, I have one question. I hope it's audible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned about some plugins. I'm not sure which is developed by Microgenesis.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a couple of plugins already available in the marketplace. So I'm sorry. So FEG is one such plugin, then a couple of plugins. Again, for the community, I just got an update from Girish that we can also keep that as free for 1 year, Girish. Yeah, we can offer for 1 year for free. So just mention that you are one of the participant of the community, and any of the plugins, I think we have 3 plugins. Yeah. So we have FEJ, Space Calendar, and Field Mirror for Jira. So do reach out to us. We can help you out. Yeah. So your question about any particular?
Yeah. My question was regarding these 3 plugins. Like, can we use them?
Yes, of course. Yeah, definitely.
And if you want more details on what these plugins does, how can we reach out to you?
You can reach out to me. I can connect you posters, or you can reach out to my team.
Okay. So one more question. So I saw that JSM looks more. It has the capability of totally removing out service now because it's doing almost all the features which is doing. So can we take it a confirmation that JSM has that capability?
Absolutely. And it can even make you simpler. Again, not to take in service now. I mean, in service now, you have a one single bucket for incident, one for service request, dedicated bucket. With JSM, you can create project for each team. Let's say IT can have their own bucket and one bucket of incident. They can have one bucket of service request, change, and HR can have their own set of things. It can have all the features, whatever you mentioned. And in JSM, you need not have to buy the modules separately. Let's say incident, service request, change. It's all built into it. Even if you opt for a free plan for exploring, you'll get to have all these models already available. So that's how typically it will work. Yeah. We'll set up a separate projects for each team. And let's say HR, they can manage their onboarding and offboarding within the project. You can set up a forms, you can do onboarding and offboarding, submit a leave request. In the backend, agents will work. Let's say if you take an HR as an example, we have a few of HR representatives, right? So they will have an agent license. Let's say the rest of the internal team, internal organization members, they can come to the portal and submit it. So it will be helpful for them. They'll be unlicensed user. And same for facilities, right? Even if you want to ask facilities to shift your desk, you can set up a project in JSON. Right? The facilities backend, someone will be an agent, and they can build a form in such a way that put in all the fields, let's say whether a station or relocation, whatever it is, right? You can build various different kind of forms and you can leverage it.
People asking question, please raise your hands. We'll get the mic because there are audience online as well. So
So one only, that install it, when you showed the 25 install, one install, that is what actually? I'm sorry? That in the tool, right, in the field extractor, there is a feature called. Those are marketplace installs. The field mirror is one, is a recent one that is there for the on-prem one. I think this is an old screenshot that I took, but these are the marketplace installs. Installs that happen on the VM, you want to say? No, on the Atlassian. These are Atlassian plugins, marketplace plugins. Like the first one is for Jira, the last one is for Jira, and the other one is for Conference Space Canada. Similar to a Google Play Store. How many people have installed the app? Yeah. Same way, same way. Yeah, so my question is, because of change management, we need CMDB. Yes, so that's where the assets will come into picture. There is a asset management which is available in the premium plan of GSM. You can maintain your CMDB, all the services you can capture there, you can define the service owners, you can define a lot of dependencies as well. And the assets, if you have to give a quick glimpses of that, it can do a lot of things. It can even do automated discovery of your network, and it can scan your network switches, routers, your servers, VMs. It can scan everything and automatically it can upload it into the assets module. And it also has an agent-based discovery. Let's say in current time, the people are working remotely, right? You can install agents on each end user devices. It can scan, let's say periodically on a given schedule every day. You can send it through SFTP. There will be one collector which will collect the data and put it back to assets. So you can use assets for not just for CMDB. You can maintain your software contracts. You can use this for resource tracking as well. And I've seen HR teams using for the people tracking. You can maintain, right? So yeah, you can use it for a lot of things. So all types of assets you can track. Yes, you can track it. Full asset management. Yes, you can do it. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I think we have a question in the back. Question there.
One question regarding that one. You said it can be used for the leave management, right? Just as an example, you mentioned HRs can use for their applying leave and all those things. At the same time, you said actually the approvers no need to have the user license, agent license. Then actually, in case of leave, if the manager is the approver, can it take dynamically or it has to go the group?
If you are maintaining your hierarchy in JSM, again there you can make use of assets. You can maintain your people hierarchy there, right? User and users manager and departments.
Okay.
So then you can even do the leave management. Let's say someone submits a leave, automatically you'll have an automation in the backend which can
it will go to the manager.
Yes, it can go to the manager.
But manager should need the agent license or
not? Not because he's an approver, right? He'll come out the portal and he can approve it. Which a good use case, we can definitely build that. If an assets, then even someone submits a leave, it can trigger to the manager. Manager just approves their time.
Okay. It is doable.
Yeah, it is technically definitely doable. Thanks.
Thank you. So one of the reasons why, even though Jira can handle this, right? Why we don't push too much into this is because of cost consciousness. Now, making your employee available in Jira, imagine you're a 10,000 user organization, right? The moment you use it as an HR tool, everybody in the organization should get a license. I mean, I'm trying to be an advocate here, right? I mean, I'm not a sales guy who's trying to sell, oh, buy 10,000 Jira user licenses. But what I'm trying to tell you is, as a CIO or CXO, you always try to, be cost conscious with the decisions that you make. So rolling it out across the organization is easy, but then you'll end up paying for the licenses. Even, there are organizations where even a receptionist or a security staff also will end up using Jira. So if your organization is into enterprise plan, for example, there are a few companies, I don't want to name them, but they have 35,000 licenses, 20,000 licenses. That's okay, one of those, right? But for an organization of 500, 800, if you only have 400 software engineers, but then remaining are sales staff and all that, probably, you may not see that ROI coming through, when you give it to every user. So that's why we don't want to advertise it saying it's an HR tool, but there are organizations who will use it as an, with a sync mechanism. Somebody is using Turtle, somebody will use Great HR, Workday, right? So we have built integrations where the moment somebody applies there and their manager approves in Workday, then immediately, let's say he is approved 8 hours of leave for a day. That 8 hours can come into your Jira through a sync, and we will log that 8 hours on behalf of you. And the ticket can be called as, let's say you create a Jira project where the ticket will be called as a planned leave, unplanned leave, then half day leave, right? So it will go to that specific ticket and it will log that 8 hours on your behalf once your manager approves it. So this way you can keep the cost, running cost low of the tool. At the same time, you also achieve what you want to achieve using Jira. Yeah. Sorry.
My question is related to have you mentioned that this currently available only for SaaS platform, right? What about data center? Atlassian does it have good? I definitely have seen within and one more for the AI also. Are they exposing any APIs for these AI use cases? Yeah, APIs are available. So there are apps, as I mentioned, that already made use of that and they build their apps. Apps, so somebody, it's very limited extent right now, but it is.
Anyone has a question? Done with my cardio today. This question. Hello. We're talking about space kind of a confluence. So you told that it will help us when we are migrating from on-prem to cloud. For those who are going to a standard plan, right? You don't get that space calendar as a part of a standard plan. You will only get it with the 15 plus a different who have this problem. So they don't have to go to a premium only for the sake of so this can do and this from the in you have it as a part of the product. And regarding the trials, can I connect with you? Yeah, you can connect with me. I can connect with you.
Once again, thank you everyone for joining us here, and also for the people joining virtually here. So, myself Danish. So, as I mentioned, I work at Microgenesis. So, today I'll be walking us and giving a quick feature demo on JSM, and again, we'll see how exactly we can bring different products like Bitbucket, Jira Service Management, and also that's where option comes into play. And bring different tickets from different products and I'll bring it into one particular project and understand how all these things fit in there, right? So before I begin, for people who are getting into JSM or new to JSM, I also quickly want to highlight here because JSM ITSM platform concept of agents and customer, just let me to highlight it there. So since that is the case, and since we're on the cloud, the JSM also provides us with own customer portal, right? So currently here in this instance, we can see I have one of the web center that's already good for us, and the customization that we can do here is quite fast, and we can also customize it based on your requirements here, right? And also all these tiles that we're seeing here basically different projects in Jira Service Management, and to understand customer needs to access just a couple of projects, we just add them to those projects and they'll be only be able to view those tiles. So there might be some use cases where your external customers to be able to see other projects. So in such scenarios, you can always restrict and control who has access to all those customer portals from you. When it comes to JSON, there are a couple of ways how you can tickets. So one is, as I mentioned, we have these styles can belong to different product teams, different projects that we have running in JSON. So for the time being, what we will do is we'll take operations here, right? Select onto this particular file, and then we have the options of grouping different requests. So if you have a large category of requests, so you can group them and basically bring them into one of those common groups. So currently you can see we have groups that have login related issues that are grouped, then we have application related issues that are being grouped. The general queries that your teams might have with respect to those projects, right? So for the general purpose, we'll be going with common request, and we'll say we're going to have an issue with the systems that we're currently having with us, right? So as soon as we select or customer select on one of those types, we can be presented with some set of fields, right? And these set of fields are even some things that we can even customize. In JSON, we also have the concepts of fields. Based on a value that is captured in one of the fields, you can dynamically display a next set of fields that need to be captured from the users. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is have a login issue, and I'll select that as a summary, and I'll go to that. Give the same summary in the description, and then you can also tag, let's say you have services also configured in JSON projects. You can go ahead and just select any one of those. For example, let's say this is select capture here, and once that's done, users or customers they can proceed and submit. So for now, I'm going to just go ahead and select send, and once the ticket is submitted from the portal, the customers will also see this all the details that is captured by users or the customer is displayed to them. We know that a customer can share these tickets with external users or people within their organizations. You can always go ahead and just use the share button and share this particular ticket with other users as well. Yes. Yes. Let me put. What happens if we are looking at the, I'm sorry for shocking. What we are looking at is the general traffic flow. In one specific domain, let's say it could be low priority. How do we bring that website? Because the treatment for a low priority ticket they kind of, and it could be extrapolated to many other business processes that we can think of. Like factoring those right? So let's say you have some of the managers reporting that they're having issues with their product or let's say laptop. Set up from the managers reporting asset related issues. We can automatically update so you can have that in place, and based on the setup that we have, then you can also fine tune it and make it more efficient and for the users as well. So as I mentioned, you see this interface for customers, and here on the customer interface itself, your customers can always come. If you want to check what exactly is the update on the ticket that the customer service, you can always communicate that update to the portal itself, and any update that's coming in from the agents where the agents will be working on the tickets, they can also come back to the portal and view those details and updates on the tickets itself. And another thing that I also want to highlight is, so if you have, let's say, a lot of tickets that you past or your customers have reported in the past, we can always toggle to that particular tickets by navigating onto that created by me, and just go into those tickets and check the updates. One of the use cases where we capture the tickets from the portal, and the other way is like as I mentioned, we have the agents who work on these tickets that are coming in. Right. So we'll quickly take a look at the interface that the agents will see, and it's again basically on top of the Jira software interface, but you'll again see some more options and some different options on the project side bar circle. You can see some details that was captured over there, and as I mentioned earlier, since we had tagged one of the services that was getting affected, that's also automatically being displayed over here. So if you exactly want to see what exactly is the details for that particular service, you can always this is again coming in from assets, which is again CMDB and option that is available in the premium plans in GSM. So you can always have those details captured as a service, and whenever the tickets are tagged to those service, you can always visualize and see what exactly details they are linked to and what exactly are the details that they captured in those services. So this is one way of capturing customers coming to the portal, raising the tickets, right? And the interface fairly similar. And all the other things on the right side, and coming to the bottom, so you can see we also have a couple of automations that we put in place and they're automatically running in the back end. So if, let's say for a particular use case like this, right, when your users or customers they report tickets, so rather than your agents going back and having the first acknowledgement being done, we can always automation that puts in the first comment and basically say that we got you covered on that particular ticket. So this is one, and on the right side, as I mentioned, you can again bring in SLAs. So if you have service level agreements with the customers that you need to provide resolutions with reported issues within specific time frames. JSON within the project level has the capability of setting up different SLAs based on different conditions. So the P1 ticket that's getting reported from your customers, the SLAs can be quite shorter, right? The first response needs to be within 1 hour, and the resolution might also need to be provided within 4 hours to 3 hours. So we can also go ahead and customize and all those things. So this is with one of the use case. Now, since as a maybe also highlighted, we'll see how we can bring in other products into JSON. So we'll quickly go into one such use case of bringing in option, and from there it's brought into the JSR service management project, and we'll see how we can take that particular ticket from there, right? So before I get into this, I also quickly want to bring that here. So in JSM, we have this concept of teams, right? So we can set up different teams here. So you can see I have a couple of teams set up there, and currently we'll be taking in case of an AWS support, right? Even within the teams, you can add different members that need to be part of it, and based on that, you can just have some of the syncs and on-call schedules that you need to set up for that particular team as well, right? So you can see here, we have an escalation policy that whenever the alerts are being created, notify the users that part of these schedules, right? So basically, this will trigger your users who are part of the schedule saying that, hey, look, this is an alert that has been reported. Maybe you would like to look into this, right? And again, you can define an escalation policy that unless, or let's say the initial team doesn't respond to the alert that we just captured, you can again escalate this to the next team. And if that is also not responded or not acknowledged, you can again respond or escalate this back to the managers so that they can get notified on this particular things. As I mentioned also, you can again set up schedules. So the new people that need to be on the schedule during the respective intervals, you can set those up, and based on the alerts that are coming in, you can again go ahead and set up automations that can auto assign based on the users that are on the schedule over there. So again, currently with the AWS support, you can integrate this with any of your monitoring tools, right? So a couple of common ones, let's say in Azure's AWS CloudWatch, Datadog. So you can always go ahead and integrate this. But for the time being, we've just set up a simple email integration where you have an email, and whenever there's an alert that's getting triggered from any of the users or a service, that is captured within this particular integration, and it creates an alert. So for that, just put in the email ID over here. That's the integration email that we set up, and again we have a specific subject given for this, and I've just given a brief description on this also. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send this, and we'll see how this exactly email that's brought into this alerts can be also taken into the Jira service management as well.
So coming back, if I just go to the alert section over here, so I should be seeing that particular alert should be created. Just give it a minute. Yeah, so you can see that the email that I just sent saying the payment service is down is automatically captured as an alert. And we've also put in a rule over here wherein I've defined, let's say, the subject contains down, critical, or something P1, that will be captured and converted into a P1 level, priority level ticket or alert. And also it will also subsequently create a ticket within the Jira Service Management as basically an incident in the Jira Service Management. So you can automatically see that the incident is automatically linked to that alert, and the incident is created within the Jira Service Management. So this is one way of bringing in your tickets into the Jira Service Management. Again, I'll just open this up for you, and we'll see some of the different options that we see within the incident management modules that we have in JSM, right? So again, all the details that was captured in the alerts, it's automatically populated in the respective fields. The summary is captured, you'll see the description. And again, we have a couple of automations that is waiting running here. You can see there's an approver that's automatically added. Also you can see an assignee that's automatically assigned. So these are some of the things that we can do with help of automations, right? Another thing is that I want to highlight here is, now let's say that this incident is something that's probably very critical and can be labeled as a major incident. Now we also have this field you can see over here called major incidents. So when I enable this, what this will also do is it'll add a label onto this particular ticket, and we also set up a queue wherein we're capturing all the major incidents that are being reported, right? I'll just go back to the incidents and let's take the major incidents, and we should be seeing that particular ticket. For the time being, it's not showing up, but basically it'll also show up in that queue because we've set up the queue to capture all the major incidents that are being reported. And once you have those incident tagged as a major incident, again, as I mentioned, you'll see some of the different options that we see within Jira Service Management. One being, let's say that probably this might require your development team. So this is where again your cross-product teams come into picture, right? So wherein your agents can also go ahead and escalate this issue. Now this is something called as developer escalations within Jira Service Management. So for example, if I want to probably create a bug from a development team that needs to be tracked, the agents can simply select escalate issue, and they'll be presented with again a pop-up. So let's say that it needs to be part of any of the other projects. Let's say, for example, platform development, and this probably can be taken up as a bug, right? So let's just give a brief summary here, saying login issues, and I'll just go ahead and create. Now, once you create this ticket, this will basically become a software development ticket, or your software teams will be working with. And you'll also see that particular ticket being tagged to the incident from where it was reported. So again, if your agents need to see what exactly is the progress on those tickets, right, they can always come to that ticket and just see how exactly or what is the update that the agents are doing with it. So coming back, again, since AI is also one of the new inclusions into the Jira Service Management, you'll see those inclusions in different areas within the tickets itself. One being the description. So for example, let's say if I want to probably modify the description to add some more details, or if you just want to change the tone of how exactly the description is, right? So you can just see this toggle that's provided over here. And if I want to, let's say, make it more professional here, I just select this, and it will also simply rephrase the entire sentence for me. And if that suits my current requirement, I can just go ahead and say replace and update that as well. Another inclusion where you'll see AI is on the comment section. One is, let's say, if you're communicating back to your customer, or if you're replying to an internal note, right? So again, you'll see that here in the comment section interface as well. So if you want to just ask for a specific topic, let's say login issues with payment interface, I can just select search. Let's see if that brings it up. So it'll basically summarize some things. So if I want, I can again bring that into the comment section and add that as a comment in there as well. So for me, let's just go ahead and say comment, insert, and let's say I'm going to reply this back to the customer. And let's go ahead and just save this for now. And once that's done, the comment is also being, should be visible to the reporting user as well, right?
Um, so coming back, let's take one of the incidents that we had earlier, reported. So I'm just going to open this up. In addition to this, let's say somebody has assigned this ticket to you and there was a lot of communication that's been happening on the ticket. So you just want to get a quick summary of what exactly is happening here. So in that case, you also have this option of something called a summarize. So the moment I select this, it'll just summarize the key terms or points that are highlighted there, and you'll be able to just gain a quick insight of what exactly is happening there, right? So these are some of the things that bring in AI as well as automations into the picture, and this is again one of the ways where you can capture the alerts that are coming from your external tools and can be captured as incidents and where agents work on them, right? Another thing I also quickly want to highlight here is stakeholders, right? So basically here stakeholders are the unlicensed users. So if let's say that you want to notify some of the stakeholders that might get affected because of this incident. So I just have to select, provided they're added as stakeholders in the project level. So there's a field called add stakeholders. The moment I say, let's take Murthy here. I can just add any of this account that I need to be added as a stakeholder, and once that's added, I can just select inform stakeholder over here, and just type in my message that needs to be sent to those stakeholders, right? So let's say I say we're looking into this, and this will also send an email to this particular user that's added in the stakeholder field, and they'll also have the subject and the description that we here add and send it across to them. So these are some of the ways we bring in alerts from the ops genie or the teams, and then put it back into the JSM projects and have the agents work on them. And once, let's say, the issues are ready to close, and at the end of the day, you also want to see or do analysis of why exactly this is being caused, right? So in such cases, you also have this option of bringing in something called as post-incident reviews. So where a team might probably have a brainstorm session and understand why is this caused, what can be probably avoided in future. So again, this will be something that basically creates another ticket in that project, and your teams will basically brainstorm over there. And for the requirement, we can also put in place like automations, wherein as soon as a post-incident review is created, you can have your Confluence knowledge base pages automatically created to capture the updates within those tickets as well, right? So this is one of those pages. Another thing is, because we have integration with the communication channels as well, like let's say Teams, Slack, or even some of the Zooms, right? So within JSM interface itself, you can integrate one of those communication channels and integrate within those issues. So basically, if your users need to probably have a quick conference call regarding that issues, right? So in that case, you can always go ahead and do it. So for example, I have one such ticket that I've just created earlier, and you can just quickly see here, there's an option called as conference call. And the moment I select this, it will basically redirect me to the Zoom, where we'll also create a channel, and I can again share and add the required participants that need to be included in this conference call. So basically, we can have a brainstorming session on this particular instance as being reported. So these are some of the different options. Again, this is one of the modules, the incident management modules in Jira Service Management. As we saw, we have the post-incident reviews and all of these things that's available in that. And again, we also saw how we can make use of automations to automate a couple of things, and the inclusion of AI within the interface, right? Yes.
So basically, this is a happy flow, which you have said, right?
Yes.
But basically, where we face the challenges, assigning that ticket to the correct team, basically. So what happens is, right, it goes to different teams, and then comes to us at the end of the SLA day, basically, right? So at that case, is there AI or any use case that helps in segregating the correct teams based on the logs or the type of description they are provided?
You mean to say you want to bring in AI to
assigning?
Basically, when it comes to different teams, it's important to maintain the teams first, right? Let's say that's where you need to have your services defined upfront and the responding team for that. When you have that, then make use of automations and AI. You can route that to the respective teams automatically. It will be difficult to capture based on the keywords on the summary. We can still do that, putting in some automation. But as long as we have, let's say, services, someone select the service. Let's say it could be a banking service or a payment service is down. And if you have a teams defined already, When using automation, you can.
But
bridge
the
that
end
to
user
the-
doesn't know the team basically, right? Or the guy who
Well,
is
that's where
creating.
the agent will play the role, right? Usually, either you can make it as one of the services, you can put it into your customer portal site for the customers to select. And if they are not familiar, if they are not selected it, then that's when the agent can then select it and then put it. We can still make use of a couple of automations if you want to read through keywords. We can still do that. Right?
So basically, we have a moderator where a third person coming in and assigning the tickets. I mean, I'm just trying to, to avoid
You can
that.
automate that. It is still possible. You can still automate it. You can pick up a keywords and you can definitely automate it. That is also possible. Out of box, it will not do it. To pick it up from the context, but definitely it can be done.
Sure. Thanks.
All right.
Sorry, one question.
We are referring to the Yeah, sorry.
Does it have something like a chatbot options?
Yes, I will be showing that right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we can also integrate the projects with the different communication channels. So another concept or the introduction is of the virtual agents, right? Wherein you integrate and set the virtual agent with certain intents. You train the model, basically give them keywords to identify whenever the user is reporting within the integrated channels. So I have one of such integrations already in place. So currently we have Slack here. So let's say your agents or the users basically have access to these channels, and let's say the moment they type in their particular problem statement. So currently we have the intent trained based on a VPN issues, right? So I say I'm having VPN issues. The moment I select the enter, based on the integration and the intents that we trained, you can see that the assist basically comes into picture. And based on the models that we've set up, you can again see that you'll be presented with a set of predefined questions. So for example, let's say it's asking me whether I'm having some issues with my VPN, right? So I can just select yes, and it'll again ask me for more details. Now this is again something because we've set up the intent and flow in that way. So it's again asking me another set of questions where it's asking if I've already used it. So again, I'll say this is something that I've used, and now it's going to also ask me my email ID from which I'm trying to log in, right? So for example, let's say I'm just going to give my email ID over here and send it, and you should also see the ticket automatically getting created into the respective project, the Jira Service Management project. So you can automatically see the project is created, the issue is created. And if I want to see the issue updates, I can just select onto that, and automatically it automatically captures all the history of the conversations that was done on the Slack channel itself. So you can see here the updates or the communications that was captured is added as comments onto that particular ticket. So from again, if the agents or the Jira service management agents need to take this up and probably look into it, they can just go into those issues and work on that and just resolve this. And similarly, you can also set up different channels for your agents, so wherein they get notified of, let's say, new tickets that are being reported to those projects, right? And similarly, if there is a specific user that needs to get updated from the channel itself, I can just select expand, and if required, I can again modify and update the details for the tickets from Slack itself as an agent. I hope this answers your question. Or okay. All right. So we'll also quickly take a look at the final module. We've seen how we can bring in automations, AI, communication channels, and incidents into the JSM. Now we'll also quickly see how we can bring a Bitbucket into one of the change management modules, right? So what I've done is, I've just put in here one of my Bitbucket repositories that I've set up. So in the meantime, I'll just come back here and yeah, so you can see I have one of my YAML files that's set up for me. Basically, I've modified and set the contents that it needs to capture. Yes. Yes.
It will call directly to the mobile.
Mobile number is currently, I believe, on standalone option. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, you can still add it. Basically, it'll give you a couple of communication channels, push notifications, SMS, you can even send it to Slack, even voice call, it'll trigger for the agents. Whoever was the agent who was defined in the on call, based on that, it'll send you the notifications. So that is part of JSM already, especially the JSM Premium. So standalone optioning will already give that. Now what JS Atlassian has done is it brought all the features of optioning into JSM Premium, and they baked into incident management. And the recent change is still not out yet. They have rolled out for only few sites. You no longer will have incidents within optioning. Instead of that, it will be an alerts that will come to JSM, and from there, if you want, you can create it an incident. If let's say if it's something which needs an action, then you can take it from there, and you can create on-call schedules right there within the JSM, and you can maintain it. And Atlassian is also making a big move in terms of making use of the teams concept that I think you might already be seeing. I'm not sure if most of you are already using it. There's a concept of teams where you can create teams. Same team can be assigned to your services, and that can also help you with the incident management. Yeah, I think there is already a field that is also available. Yeah, so that's the one. The AWS support team or Atlassian team, you can set it up. The one which the Tanush showcased, the services that comes from the assets, the infrastructure services. What I meant is you should maintain all your services in assets, and if you just click on that graph there, I think the object graph, you'll get to see where all it is connected, right? What that object graph, whether it has a dependency on other service, and if there are any linked tickets, the previously created tickets. You can create attributes right within assets only. It's basically a custom fields. Who is the owner? What is the start date, end date, service ID? Everything you can capture it. It'll help you. Thanks, Nitin. So coming back to the change management, so what we've done here is, we've basically defined a YAML file, added it into one of the repositories in the Bitbucket, and what I'm just going to do right now is I'm just going to make a small change within that particular YAML file, and I'm going to commit it over here. So we've put in place the change management modules. Again, if you want to link this to any of your Jira software issues, you can just put the issue key here in the commit message. This will also link this particular deployment or change to that Jira software issues. But for the time being, what I'm just going to do is go ahead and commit this. And we'll also see how exactly we can make use of the approval process in the Jira service management to control the commits that are getting committed from the Bitbucket. So you can see there's a pipeline that's automatically triggered for us. I'll just go into the pipeline. And based on the YAML file we've described, you should see the build, the test and the security scan getting run. And in order for it to move into the next stage, that's currently your deployment to staging, they will automatically create a service request in Jira Service Management. So if I just refresh the page here, you'll also see that issue key being displayed on that particular stage itself over here. Just give it a minute to load. So you can see it automatically created this. So the moment I open this over here, you can again see that the ticket is captured and all the respective details for that particular change that we did in Bitbucket. Even if you see it's showing up that the deployment 9 is something that this particular change is relating to. And again, if it's linked to any of the repositories from where it's coming, again, you'll see all those services being tagged on that ticket as well. So the review, basically, again, you have the out-of-box workflow, but again, you can customize this to meet your requirements. So currently, just to show the approval process, I can just send it to ready for approval. And based on the approvals that are added on that particular ticket, I can basically either approve that change that just come in, or if I want to decline that change, I can also go ahead and do it. But for the time being, I'm just going to go ahead and select approve, and we'll see it moving into the next phase. And the gating mechanism is set in such a way that the status needs to be moved into implementing in the Jira Service Management. So the moment I say implementing, if I come back to the Bitbucket change, it should automatically refresh and move to the next build stage, right? So the same process will now follow even for the production here. It will basically create another change request for the production deployment, wherein again you'll follow the approval process, and if it's something that you want to approve or if it's something that you want to decline, the approvers will either do one of those, and the particular change from this
build is either approved or declined. Yeah, so these are some of the different modules that we have, and this is some of the use cases where you can bring in different teams and integrate them all in one place and capture all the updates that's happening in JSM as one product itself. So I hope this session was informative, and if you have any questions, we can take this up right now. And this.
Is it mobile friendly? Yeah, JSM for the agents, it is a mobile friendly, not for the customer users. We still don't have mobile apps. We have a free apps for both App Store as well as Android Store. The agents can make use of it, but not for the customers. For customers, there are a few marketplace apps which is available where it can show you the portal to raise it. Otherwise, it's very intuitive. Even if you open the JSM portal in your browser, it can smartly resize and it will also give a good interface.
Especially for the infras, the one point which you mentioned about the agent like push notifications, alert, and that is even IVR. I think that will help that infra teams around the clock.
Yeah, that is already available.
So that is more designed for agents as of now. Okay, and coming to the home page, there was one you had tiles. You have the tiles, marketing, HR,
help center,
and yeah.
Or teams.
You had
on-call schedule.
You had all the tiles, multiple tiles in the home page.
Multiple times. I should just go back to the
marketing services.
Can you get into one of the teams where it shows on-call?
Yeah, basically the question is that if somebody raises, how do you really port the data from one tile to the other tile? Like somebody raised operations issue, which involves an IT product issue. Then how do you move the ticket from one tile to another? And you may have a loss of data as well because of the compatibility of the fields or whatever. So how that is taken care?
Yeah, fields will always be challenging. If you have a field and if it's not the target project,
exactly,
it's expected that you will lose out on that.
Otherwise, that is handled. Is there any common things can be handled, but there are
you can always capture it into another text-based fields. But unless you don't have the fields in the target project, it's just a normal issue move, like how you have in Jira software. Same way it will work in JSM also. You can move it across the buckets between different teams, but the fields, unless you don't have it, you will lose out on them. You can still capture it into comments or some kind of
common field where it can be referred at any point of time.
Correct.
Okay.
That has to be manually.
You can also clone this issue, and you can close it as a duplicate and create a new issue and treat that as the right hand way to teach. From there as well.
One interesting point for me is that product discovery, like asset, you will have millions of records of the items or the products.
The assets. Product discovery is
so is it external? Like if an organization wants to have the JSM in their infra, now their CMDB is separate and they do not want to host it because it is a totally separate database, right? It's of millions of records. Now, is there any integration possibility of that kind and to pull the data and does it have a local index where it stores or does it take some other way of hosting the data from an external database?
No, it shows within assets within JSM, but to your questions, we can integrate it with, let's say if you're already having the assets, the CMDB managed in some of the tools, we can integrate it to capture it right within the assets. You can keep in sync. We have extensive APIs for the assets as well. Making use of that, we can integrate, bring the services into assets, and we can make use of that. But if we're keeping it only in the external tools, then I think you may not be able to use that in JSM or Jira or anywhere. So we'll have to bring in that assets into JSM to make use of.
But it's still a point of interest and to explore more. I think there is something in there. I think. Yeah. Thank you.
The major incident, so we have to manually select major incident, or is there automation, like based on the asset type it will make it?
You can make it, but it's meant for the critical outages, so it's better you keep it manual. You can do it, you can still automate that also. Right now it is manual. Okay. You have to turn it on.
And one more question is for major incident. Again, we have the escalation metrics where we go L1, L2, L3 like that to SME or to the vendor. So then, can I do like, because the on-call guy who is a level 3, he's like an experienced fellow. He won't be online 8 hours on-call. No, he'll be moving around.
Yeah.
So then, can the JSM place a call to his mobile?
It can't place a call.
Because L3 guy won't be available on Teams. Yeah, he'll quit the job. Yeah, if he's there on call. He's a SME, right? He's not a. Yeah.
Yeah, right from the JSM you can't make a call, but again, as long as he is there in the on call, you can still create an alert and send an alert. That will take care of. If he is there in the roster, it will trigger.
Like a pager duty, Zen duty, and do a calling. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll have to automate that. Let's say it's a major incident, then directly escalate to L3. Right.
So somebody has to manually coordinate all this.
Automation also, right? So we can keep major incident only as a trigger point and escalate directly to L3. We can do that.
But no call to mobile.
You can still do it because provided we are on a premium version of JSM, if it's there in the on-call, we can still do it.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Any other questions? What about the showcase? It's little glimpses, but again, JSM has a lot more other modules. Service request also we can capture approvals and change, as we mentioned, right? We can capture change. No questions?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Dhanush Murthy. And people who have joined us online from APAC, India and other region. I would like to thank you as well for joining us on a Sunday, taking out your personal time, and especially here. I think currently the room is about 109 people. So it's a houseful event in Bangalore. I think cameraman can't pan, he's way behind. But I want to thank for everyone on this occasion. I want to thank the AV team. I want to thank Atlassian for giving us an opportunity to get the teams together and have this session. I want to thank Microgenesis for co-sponsoring the event. Thank you so much until the next event. So be in touch and please be part of the community. If you haven't signed up for Bangalore community, please go to ace.atlassian.com. And the respective members of other community as well. You have your local communities there. ACE Pune, ACE Delhi, ACE Mumbai, ACE Chennai, ACE Kolkata, so quite a few ACEs. So if you belong to that local region, please feel free to go and sign up. And we are going to stop this Zoom session now so that here we'll continue with our photo session and then we'll have a lunch. So thank you so much and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks.